Okay, good morning everyone. Today we're going to talk about a small episode that is called The Story of Us. And in this story, we're just going to talk about the most important facts and things that occurred during this short video. So we are three second year students from Zamorano, and we're actually in the English 6 HIA class. My name is Cristopher Almendares, 2245.
My,
Um,
my
my
name
name
is
is Snyder Ek, and my code is 20159.
my name is César Santillán and my code is 2004040.
So, first of all, we're just going to talk about what the introduction of the story or of the small episode talks about. And we just came into a conclusion that the story just talks about how France helped the US by donating copper so that they can build the Statue of Liberty.
So Cesar, what do you think is the main part or the main ideas of the video?
The main ideas from the video is the relation that create France and United States when he gave the liberty the liberty statue
Statue.
the Liberty Statue because these two countries has many troubles around the time. So when when France give this to United States, people start to get a better relationship between the two countries.
For me, the most important part of the video was the part of urbanization because this mainly occurred in the 19th and the 20th century. The and it talked about how the cities in the U.S. developed and how they faced challenges and how they solved the challenges at the end. And what important aspects did you identify of the video, Christopher?
Well, in my opinion, the main event that occurred was the perseverance that the people show in the video, since they always worked on new material, worked on new stuff, and maybe it didn't have a happy ending, but people always had the feeling that they will someday get to make it clear, make it correct, so they always had perseverance.
Let's go back to the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty. What do you think that symbolized to the U.S., Cesar?
Well, I think it's a symbol of hope and prosperity between France and United States, and this this can mean a sign of
Hope.
of hope of unity between us and France.
And you, Christopher?
Well, I can say that it it symbolizes like like Cesar said, a sign of hope, but it also gives prosperity to people, and it shows also the unity. It's a symbol of unity between the U.S. and the French government that donated them the materials, and I can also say that some of the important aspects as they were constructing this Statue of Liberty was that they were working against nature since they were working upward, and this was the biggest challenge that they had to face. And so, Snyder, why do you think was the massive immigration to the USA?
The main for me, that part, foreigners saw the U.S. as a sign of hope and a sign of a new beginning, and people from Scotland, Scottish, Irish, Germans wanted to start a new life, and that's why they immigrated to the U.S. That's mainly the part for me, and
Okay, and so, Cesar, how did the steel production started? What was the influence that the steel bring to the economy in the U.S.?
They were working against nature, making it making it the biggest challenge. I think is that I'm not sure in this part. That's I don't know. Are you have more information about this? Like,
Which part?
With the steel production.
With the steel production.
Started.
How it started?
Mm-hmm.
For me, the steel production started because the there was a challenge in the city of New York, and what they were lacking was steel, and so this man, so this man, there came this man, and he wanted to increase the production of the steel industry, and so he boosted up the steel production by creating a factory, the largest factory in North America.
Okay, and following this, the story just talks about how criminals have been changing from the past and how they are now, and it just mainly talk about how in the past they had a profile and they were submitted to physical harm so that they couldn't talk, and today we can see how they are different industries, we can say, or different organizations that make the investigation.
Like the FBI,
Like the
the
FBI,
DEA, the CIA.
The CIA, so it's not how it was before, it has changed.
They use now forensic files.
Mm-hmm. So, Cesar, what if you could have the opportunity to change poverty in the world, how would you do it?
I think we can increase in taxes for rich people, and at the same time we can create more jobs. Create more job and can help to the people that can make free studies from get new opportunities for new jobs.
Okay, so Snyder, can you tell me some of the inventions that were mentioned in the video?
Well, the only invention that was mentioned in the video was the part of Thomas Edison. He was the one that invented the light bulb, and most of the other works were just innovations, like the steel industry and the clothing industry. They were all innovations.
Okay, and Cesar, if you could change something from the video, what would you change? Or Snyder, if you can help him.
To give an idea, what I would have changed was give more evidence, because for me they lacked evidence. They only took some kind of evidence, and they lacked what was dating back to how it started, and was César.
Well, I can also tell that the introduction was interesting. Like it had a great hook. It captures the visual attention. But in my opinion, like the story didn't have that much information as you just mentioned. So there are a lot of events that happened during this time, during the 19th century. But the thing is that I prefer to make it short or like to make it long the story and talk better of each part, or just to mention some of them, but not just to mention them and not explain them as well. And to conclude, can you each one of you give me like a small conclusion of the story?
Okay, I think about the story, it's when two countries work together, the people can make the different things. So it's like the represent of a status of liberty. I can understand that refers a sense of hope and of hope for the people. So this makes to the people that understand that can be bigger countries when work together, and the people can make better things if work with each others.
For me, it's a sign of conviction and perseverance, because if humanity comes, they can overcome any problem and create a productive solution.
And in my opinion, we need to know the history. We need to know how things started, to know how to make it better, and to become better every day. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you.
Yeah.